name's Hazem, and today we're going to talk more about TikTok threat, and we're going to look at, in the previous videos we talked about how to build a TikTok, but here's the deal. We've got a number of different components here. So we've got the TikTok app, that's what people see, but then what people don't see is like the back end. So the back end is the scripts that run on the TikTok servers, and those they do like housekeeping functions, creating videos, comments, confirming user accounts, signing up, deleting your account, whatever. And then we've also got, so I might add, this is maintained in the US by like about 800 software engineers. And then we've got the content delivery network, which is where all the videos are stored. But we've also got these databases. So the databases are where all the data is: comments, users, a list of videos, likes, also a whole bunch of other crazy stuff like your GPS location, what you searched for, how far you scrolled down, did you pause the video, did you fast forward the video, what part of the video did you watch, did you share the video, IP addresses, all that crazy stuff. And then the biggest thing is the secret sauce, which is the algorithm. And the algorithm is the part of TikTok that decides what video to recommend to you, depending on who you are and the time of day and all the other data they have on you and what videos are available. And that algorithm is located in China, and it's run by 3,200 engineers. Now, TikTok says it's located in California, but then the government says it's located in China, so we don't really know. But apparently it's located in China, and China has got access to all of the databases. So now, the biggest problem with that is, what do we do if we want to split TikTok in half to have an American TikTok and a Chinese TikTok or a European TikTok or whatever? Is we gotta split the whole thing. Oops. So that's not really an easy task, but basically we'd have to build a separate TikTok for the United States or for Canada, and a separate TikTok for the rest of the world. Or we'd have to filter out all of the data, all of the database, so the script can stay the same. So we could build, or they could build another server that is identical to what they've got in the US, but just split them in half and move it. So then they'd have. Sorry, I don't know what I'm talking about. It's kind of. I messed that up. But what I meant to say is, they can build two sets of servers, two sets of databases, and completely split. So the U.S. TikTok would just have a copy of the algorithm and the backend code that's running in China, or allegedly running in China, and the Chinese version can stay the way it is, and we just photocopy all the videos basically and put them on a US content delivery network, and we'd move all the US users and videos and comments onto a separate database. So we'd end up with a US or a TikTok that's only got data that was uploaded from US users, and we've only got US uploaded videos. Or maybe we'd take all the videos, doesn't really matter. But there'd be two separate communities now, two separate TikToks. And this algorithm would have to be licensed to the US company under an agreement. So there has to be a non-disclosure agreement. There also has to be a non-compete, so that the US version doesn't try to reestablish itself like in another market. Because let's say this thing, the Chinese TikTok or the Chinese owner will run TikTok in, I don't know, France. So US couldn't go and launch TikTok France with the algorithm that they're taking. So over time, though, this algorithm is going to go in one direction, and this algorithm is going to go in another direction because they're constantly changing. But what we end up with, most likely, is every country is going to have its own enemy laws, and we're going to end up with a TikTok in every country. So now, mind you, this is not going to work because the Chinese law does not allow the Chinese company to share the algorithm with the American owner. So, but another possibility is they build their own algorithm and we split in half, but the videos can stay, videos, comments, likes, everything. So what we end up with is the other option, which is we have an American TikTok and we have a Chinese TikTok that runs the rest of the world. And so all the data about American users gets stored in the United States, and a copy of the backend algorithm gets stored in the United States, but everything else is shared. So if a user in China uploads a video, it goes to a shared content delivery network. If a user in the United States uploads a video, it goes to the same network. So everybody can, on TikTok, doesn't matter where they are in the world, they can see the same content, the same videos, the same database. But what can be interesting is the algorithms can change. So even though there's the same set of videos and comments, the US algorithm could make different decisions about what videos to show people versus an algorithm in China. And these, again, they can go in different directions. But most likely this has to be rebuilt from scratch because the Chinese government doesn't want to share. Now, we call this divestiture. And one of the problems with, based on my research, is that similar divestitures of really big companies, the size of TikTok, took at least 700 days, whereas the government's only giving TikTok 270 days, and they're almost at the end of it. So that's 700 days of just to like split the pieces apart. Doesn't include the transition time. On top of that, we also have what we call due diligence. So if an American company says, hey, I'm going to buy TikTok, they got to actually figure out, is TikTok, let's say they're going to pay $2 billion for it. Are they actually getting the bang for their buck? Are they, or are they overpaying? Because especially when you think about it, once let's say TikTok is worth $4 billion worldwide, and the United States is half the traffic. If we split TikTok in half, is the half going to be worth $2 billion, or is it going to be worth significantly less because it's now isolated? Or maybe it's worth 500 million. I don't know. The other thing is the apps are so integrated. The back end that I described with the gear is actually like 1,000 little apps. Each one does a little thing. So one of them signs up users, one of them posts comments, one of them deletes videos, one of them confirms a SMS message. One of them sends emails. So there's a lot of different like little apps that have to be split and copied. It's almost, I wouldn't say impossible, but it's quite difficult to do. And we're also looking at the algorithm gets 1,000 updates a day, actually. So the sauce, the part that decides what video to show you. So by the time they've actually split, that algorithm has changed completely. So in 700 days, it's got 700,000 updates to the code. So they're gonna be way behind. So it's quite difficult. If you have any questions, please post a comment. Thank you.